Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to go ahead and give my review on Love and Marriage Huntsville. All right, so the episode starts off with Tisha and her cousin. The cousin done ran Tisha off out of her building, out of her place, out of her stuff, girl. She done ran Tisha off. Tisha outside standing on the sidewalk. Girl, I wish somebody would run me out of my stuff and I'm standing on the sidewalk. Girl, if anything, girl, they would have escorted you out. Okay? Anyways, but nonetheless, girl, Tisha's outside on the sidewalk. She called Kimmy, and she's basically frustrated. That's it. Girl, all of a sudden, here come the cousin walking outside. Girl, the way I don't know why I hollered. If you go back and watch the beginning of the show, when the cousin walks out and closes the door real slow, and then she just stands there. Anyways, child. So basically, let me just say this. For what the girls are saying in the comment section, allegedly, they say that Kiki had some unwanted guests, some bed bugs. And I guess when she was invited or about to go over to Melody's house or Martell and Melody's home or whoever she was going over to, they told her, basically, girl, you might want to be careful because, allegedly she got bed bugs, right? One of you made a comment. I do believe that Tisha was laughing. Her and Marcel were laughing when they told told Melody whatever they told her that was going on with her cousin. But anyways, girl, I thought the girl was on that shit. I thought mama was on that shit. The way that they was acting, I thought that the cousin was on that shit. Okay, good. I thought that when the cousin came around, you had to hide your purses, your wallets, your car keys, honey. Make sure they sitting in your lap. Make sure your car keys is in your pocket. Honey, you look up, girl, your car is zooming off down the street. Because cousin Kiki done got a hold of the keys. And I went on the other side of town. Okay? Trying to get her a hit. I thought the girl was on drugs. That's what I thought. That's the way they was talking. Bed bugs are a big thing, but the way that they I don't want to put your business out there. Okay, girl, she had bed bugs. I mean, I ain't never had no bed bugs before. But I'm just saying, I wouldn't think that would be something that they would want to, I guess, not get. I guess nobody wants anybody to know they have bed bugs. I guess I can see nobody I can see people not wanting someone to know that they have bed bugs. But I really thought that cousin Kiki was, girl, she was on that good girl, that higher than a kite. That's what I thought she was on. But girl, y'all say she just had some bed bugs, allegedly. I don't know, Kiki. Let us know. Girl, you want to be on the show so bad. Because the truth of the matter is, if I was Tisha, I would have cussed you out. Girl, even, let's say Tisha was dead wrong, right? Tisha was dead wrong for talking about you to someone for whatever issues or problems that you had going on at the time. From what it sounds like, you and Tisha talked about it. Tisha fessed up to what she did. I guess not the laughing part. But everything else, I guess she fessed up to, oh yeah, girl, I did do that. Right? Y'all talked about it. Y'all moved on. Now, 4 or 5 years down the line, you want to bring this up? Girl, you don't get up out of my face. Girl, get up out of my face. Girl, Tisha should have cussed Kiki out. And now you think 4 or 5 years after we've talked about what we talked about, you're going to go to the person. You're going to go to the person who you say I was sitting up laughing and talking about you with, and then talk about me. Yeah. So you're going to go to the person who you say I was laughing with, right? And then talk about me to her. Girl, I would not trust that cousin. When I tell you, baby, when the girls get on the hit reality show, you better watch out for your family and friends. Girl, they go, girl, they want to be on TV. They want to be on TV. They want to be on TV. Anyways, so Kimmy was on the phone when the cousin came out. Girl. When the cousin was like, look at you still talking to Kimmy, still on the phone. Why would Tisha got her phone? She ain't even on the phone no more. Anyways, girl, Tisha basically told her girl, listen, I ain't got no problem with you. Clearly, you got the problem, so you're going to have to figure it out. I don't blame her. Girl, I'm not going to be talking about something that happened 5 years ago. Girl, get out of my face. And if you ever try to have another scene with me again, girl, I'm shutting it down. Your only way on this show is going to be through Melody. Because it ain't going to be through me. Come at me with some BS again from 4 or 5 years ago. And see how fast I shut it down. Anyways, Marceau and Martell. Marceau goes to visit Martell. Long story short, he basically wants to buy back into Scope. Before we get into that, Martell lets him know about the book signing. The kids were not there. I do have to agree with Marceau, you know. I do think that Melody and Martell, and I think this happens a lot in relationships and divorces. People may not want to admit it, but sometimes y'all do use those kids as pawns, okay? And I think this is an example of both of them using those kids as pawns. I do. He lets them know that he really doesn't talk to Melody. They communicate, you know, via email. He wants to plan a boys' trip to Atlanta. This is why I was like, tell me if I got this right. And I watched the episode twice. Martell wants to plan a trip to Atlanta for the boys to have, I guess, a tasting for his wine that he's coming out with. I would think that he would want to get, like, I don't know. I wouldn't think of me trying to come up with, like, trying to determine something like a wine, like my company. Like, okay, Marceau, I guess. I don't know. I would want the ladies' input too. I know men drink wine, but it just seems weird that he wants to make this into a boys' trip instead of saying, like, I want to have a get together with Tiffany, you know, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I just thought it was weird that he wants to go to Atlanta. Yeah. Anyways, he's having a boys' trip. I guess it's supposed to be for the wine tasting, so they can, I guess, narrow it down to what wine he's going to choose for this wine line. Girl, whatever. Martell wants to buy back into Scope. Now, I don't know nothing about no Scope or what they got going on, but the first thing that popped in my mind is, where is your scooter? Where is your license, Martell? You worried about the wrong thing. This is the thing with Martell. Martell is just trying to take the easy route. Martell don't care about no business. Martell don't know about no business. Martell can't even do something as simple as get his license. Martell don't care about no wine. Martell don't care about no children's book. Martell don't care about cooking. We have seen Martell on this show for 13 seasons, a lie. We done seen Martell on this show for 3 seasons, right? Now it's season 4. When have we ever got the hint, or we ever thought that Martell was a cook to the point where he should be coming out with a cookbook? I could see him trying to come out with like a fitness and health situation because of the way that he looks. I don't know, girl. I just think Martell is just trying to take the easy route to wherever he can find a quick coin. That's where he gonna go, and that's what he's gonna do. Marceau, I thought Marceau was full of shit for putting it all on Tisha's shoulder. That's exactly what he did, in my opinion. When he was like, he basically told Martell that he wouldn't mind him, you know, basically, I guess, buying back into the company, but he needs to talk to Tisha because Tisha is a majority holder and that's his wife, blah, blah, blah. So now when you go back and you talk to Martell, he's going to know the reason why he can't buy back into the company is because of your wife. Instead of him just saying, well, you know what, let me just get with Tisha and we'll have a discussion and, you know, we'll get back to you. It's, well, you know, I wouldn't mind, but I got to talk to Tisha. So now we know Tisha not down for it. So now he's going to have to go back and say, well, Tisha didn't feel like, so now Tisha going to look like the bitch. I got to protect my family. Are you sure, Marcel? Because you really just threw your wife under the bus. Quiet as it's kept. To me, he did. So I put mother and son. I swear to God, I put mother and son. I was talking about Kimmy and Maurice. Why does she do that, the brat, Judy, Paris Hilton thing when she talks to him? And then she kind of, like, it's almost like Kimmy at your big ass age. Like, girl, stop trying to act all like smitten and, yeah. Girl, you are 50 years old. Stop it. Girl, stop it. And Maurice sitting there just cheesing. I don't like it. Go back and look at the confessional and see how weird it was. But she always do that, though. They always do that to me. Is Kimmy going to get caught in the middle of Tisha and the cousin? Some people don't like that Kimmy went back and said something to Tisha. I mean, I don't think that Kimmy was wrong. The truth is, while Tisha and Kimmy were in the middle of a fight, or they, they were not fighting, but like, girl, we need to get some stuff settled still, right? Because we hit a bump in the road. I don't think it was to the point where Kimmy shouldn't have went and told Tisha. Like, girl, just a heads up, And how she did it, to me, didn't come across as messy as she could have done. She could have been like, bitch. Melody invited Kiki to the party and that bitch was running her mouth about you. You see what I'm saying? It's not what you say, it's how you say it. To me, Kimmy was like, well, speaking of groups, we got together the other night. Melody invited Kiki and blah, blah, blah. It's only like either you're going to be this way with it or you're going to be this way with it. And to me, she was this way with it. But I feel like she had every right to tell to tell Tisha that Kiki was at the party running her goddamn mouth about her. I felt she had every right to. So Destiny meets up with Maurice. You know what, Maurice, this made me like Maurice again. I never had no problem with Maurice. It's really, he just sneaky to me. That's what Maurice is, okay? I like this conversation between him and Destiny. I think he really, I think the conversation was just a great conversation. To me, it was. So she meets up with Marceau. I get them. I still get Marceau confused. Girl, even because I throw Mary name in her sometimes. Girl, Martell. Girl, okay. Y'all gonna have to keep up. 4 seasons in and I still can't get these names right. Maurice. She meets up with Maurice. And she basically, wants to refinance her house in less than a year. I think she had I don't know about the refinancing, so I can't explain it. Don't ask me nothing about that. Somebody can explain it in the comment section. So basically she wants to refinance her house, but I think she wants to do it in her name, but she only has less than a year to get everything where she needs it to be. She doesn't really want to move her baby around because she doesn't want to really shake up her baby's world. Girl, I understand. Listen, let me say something. When I get into my house, girl, y'all already know, girl. When I move somewhere, I'm down. I don't do all that whole moving around. So y'all already know. Once I buy me a house, honey, he's stuck like glue. I ain't going nowhere for a long time. So I get people that want to move from their house. Like, that's like a big deal. Girl, Destiny, your child is 3 days old. Your child ain't gonna know what world is being shook up if you up and move. Girl, sit down. Did Destiny say she wants to get her credit or her life? I think she said credit back to the way it was before she got married. How you meet a man and now you trying to make sure that you can get back to how you was before you met him? So anyway, she basically wants to open up some suites, I guess like hair salons, I guess in the back of Milani or somewhere. She lets Maurice know that she was on public assistance. He thought that she meant PPP, like she got a PPP loan. She was like, no, public assistance. Now, we still don't know what public assistance she was. We don't know if it was food stamps or whatever. But she was on public assistance to help her get by. After she got married, this woman had to go on public assistance, girl. Anyways, she lets Maurice know that, you know, because he brings up basically he brought up Melody and basically her needing a village, because Destiny, girl, all BS aside, we can say what we want to say, but girl, that is a lot. Can you imagine getting with a man, having a baby, this man filing for divorce from you 3 weeks after you have a baby, right? You're on a hit reality TV show. You're new to the show, but you're on a hit reality TV show. Now you have to beg these white people for some assistance, right? You're probably embarrassed and shamed, right? Because it might get out that you're walking around here with a Bank of America card and an EBT card in your wallet, and you don't want nobody to know, right? And now your credit is fucked up, and you're trying to get everything back to the way it was before you got married. Yeah. Anyways, I don't think anybody, they bring up, basically Maurice was basically asking, with all the shit you got going on, girl, like, do you have a village? Do you have friends? Like, because it is a lot. Like, I could imagine you got this newborn baby in this business and you trying to make ends meet. It's a lot. So I feel bad for Destiny in that sense. She says basically, you know, her and Mel are not really talking at this point, basically. Her and Tisha. Girl, why was it when Destiny was, when she said she was going through something like the day before or something, and he asked, did you have anybody to call? And she said, she was like, Tisha. I don't know why it was funny the way she made her face to me. Anyways, Marcel and Tisha. Tisha wants Wanda to come and shadow Marcel and I guess the cook at the restaurant. I said, girl, for what? Because the last time I checked, Marcel was winging it just like Todd Burris was over there at OLG. Marcel don't know shit about that goddamn business. Girl, Marcel be trying to convince the people he know. Girl, Marcel is winging it. Okay. And it might be paying off, but nonetheless, girl, do you really think he can teach Wanda about what goes on? Okay, girl. Tisha basically says no. She don't trust Martell. I don't blame her. End the conversation. Girl, I don't trust him. So now Marcel gonna have to go back and tell Martell, because you know he told Martell that he wouldn't mind it, but he got to get back with Tisha. So now he got to go back and say that Tisha, he gonna have to switch it up somehow. I thought about it. After I thought about it some more, I thought that this wasn't, I don't know, he gonna have to switch it up. Because if you go back and say Tisha said, it's fucked up. So he gonna have to throw himself in there somehow to make it seem as though it's just not on Tisha's shoulder. Right? Melanie and Destiny. Shawnee O'Neal. That's what I like to call Melody. Now listen, I asked y'all a question on the community page. And I asked y'all, you know, who you thought was right, wrong, whatever. If you thought both people were wrong, with y'all, I think I put Destiny and Melody which one is wrong, blah, 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 something like that. So some of y'all let me know who you thought was right, who was wrong, if you thought both people were wrong, blah, 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 right? So I read the comments and I'm like, okay. I'm going to let y'all know right now, some of y'all are going to like what I got to say. I think that Melody is full of shit. I do. I am with Destiny on this one. I am. I think that Melody is full of shit. Like, I really do. I think that Melody is an actress. I think that when those cameras come on, I think she puts on a performance. I think if you listen to what Melody says, she always tells on herself and she doesn't know it. So let's just get into it. Just listen to me, y'all, because I know a lot of y'all were like, y'all on Melody's side in the comments. So just listen to me why I feel the way I feel. I'm not trying to change my mind, but I guarantee you after you hear what I got to say, you're going to probably realize, oh, girl, I was probably wrong. Okay. All right. So listen. All right. So they meet up. Of course, Melody already starting to play this game. Destiny lets her know about a project, a business project that she had with someone, or she thought she had with someone. And then out of the blue, the person dropped out of the project because she didn't want the drama between Melody and Destiny to overshadow what they had going on. Melody then proceeds to say, I was asked by a friend of mine, she said she saw stuff, blah, 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 because I know, and then she said the person, I don't know if it was a girl or a boy, the person who was that Destiny was doing the project with, told Melody, because I know her through you, but you're my friend. Did y'all catch that? I'm sorry. When Melody is too big on loyalty, Destiny was absolutely 100% correct in that confessional. Melody is the way that she worded it. I guarantee you, by the time that Melody and whoever this was on this project with Destiny got finished with that conversation, that person took from that conversation, oh shit, I bet not fuck with Destiny. Because you know her through me. I was your friend first. I feel like that's what happened. I do. I do believe that Melody got in the middle of whatever project that Destiny had going on with this person. The text messages. So when they started talking about the text messages, I was like, I don't remember Destiny saying that. I don't remember Destiny saying that. Like, from what I remember Destiny saying at the reunion, and then they played a clip, but they chopped the clip. See, this is the thing. Let me say something. This is the thing about the receipts on these reality shows. Sometimes they will show just a quick clip, or they'll chop the clip up. They chopped that clip up, okay? Destiny, from what I can remember, saying at that reunion, she said that we used to talk once. No, she said we used to talk every day, or if not every day, once a week. She made it seem they used to communicate via the telephone, on the phone, verbal communication all the time. And then it went from that to just text messages. Now, let me say something. Text message is a form of communication. That's the only way that some people communicate. Some people don't like talking on the phone, period, right? So I'm not mad at that. But I do understand how if you have this person and you talk to this person verbally on the phone, and then it goes from that to just texting to girl, she not responding, girl. You cannot sit here and tell me that you wouldn't think that something was wrong. And if you go back to the reunion, and I'm almost 100% sure I'm right on this, that's what Destiny said. She didn't say, like, the way that Melody brought these text messages forward was like, you said you hadn't talked to me. Now, Destiny probably got ahead of herself or didn't explain it the right way at the table. But at the reunion, from what I got from what I remember her saying, was we used to talk on the phone like a couple of times a week, once a week, and now it went from that to just basically us communicating via text. But the way Melody tried to present it in this episode was like, girl, I don't want to call you out as a lie, so I didn't. But here go the text message to prove that we talked. That's not what she said, though. That's not what she said. She says, don't be rude. Don't be rude. Here goes Shawnee O'Neal. Here goes Shawnee O'Neal. I don't believe that anyone on this cast, I don't think that any other viewers knew that Mel considered Tisha an enemy. And I'll even go a step further. I think it's weird as fuck that Melody even called her frenemy. Most people don't even use that term when they're talking about people who they just don't fuck with. That's usually something that we on the outside say looking in. So like we would call Karen and Giselle frenemies, but Karen ain't gonna never say, yeah, that's my frenemy. She might, I don't know. But I really don't hear people say that about people that don't fuck with. Either they're gonna say, I don't fuck with that person, that's my enemy, but they're not gonna say, that's my frenemy. Girl, that's another reason to show that, girl, you can confuse the people. Girl, you want people to keep up with where you lie with this person. 1 minute it's your enemy, the next minute she's your frenemy. And I don't think that Destiny was talking about Melody in that room. I think that Tisha came to Melody's room, and I honestly believe that they were talking about the reunion. And I think that somewhere in the conversation, Melody's name was mentioned, okay? And I think because Melody was probably pissed off at what she had just discovered at the reunion, and Tisha had brought up the whole thing about her trying to ruin her marriage. At that point, she was like, I don't fuck with that bitch no more. But prior to that, I don't think anybody knew that Melody wasn't fucking with Tisha like that to the point where you would call her your enemy. I don't think so. I think she's trying to put a lot of this stuff on Destiny of, oh, you should know better. You know what I'm saying? When, girl, you were okay with Destiny being friends with Tisha. And I don't think that this is an uncommon thing to happen. It could be a group of friends, and you have two friends in the group that ain't getting along. So now one of the friends coming to you like, girl, blah, 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 and you just got to sit there. I think I said this before. And you just got to sit there and be like, yeah, girl, right? I understand. Well, have you talked to her? Well, maybe you should talk to her. I mean, I can see how you could be upset. Right, girl? I think Destiny, if anything, Tisha was probably saying slick shit a little bit, and I think Destiny was just sitting there like, right. Well, sometimes Scorpios act like that, or whatever they said Melody say she is, right? So it's just like, I just don't think that, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying nothing that Melody is trying to sell. I'm not. I think a lot of people get confused, and I think this was me at one point too, that we felt bad for Melody in the situation that she was in with Martell, and now all of a sudden, girl, we ride or die Melody Hope fans. And then one day I was sitting here looking at my TV screen, and I was like, it's something about her. Because see, I was too focused on Martell. I was too focused on Martell ass. Okay, that I forgot all about Melody. I was feeling this for Melody, right? And then when I come to realize that Melody ain't no different than Martell, and that's just true tea. She ain't. She just get the sympathy because she's the wife. She's the wife. She's the mother of the 4 kids. You know, this nigga parading this side chick around. That's why she gets the sympathy. But quiet as this kept, she ain't no different than Martell. Now all of a sudden, Melody trying to paint this picture of Destiny talking to Martell every day. Martell pulling up at Destiny's house. Melody ain't slick. Melody ain't slick. And this is just the truth of the matter. Destiny was friends with Martell before Melody, right? Am I wrong? Wasn't she? Or she was friends. I'm not going to say before Melody came into the picture. But she was friends with Melody before. I mean, she was friends with Martell before she was friends with Melody. She didn't have a choice but to befriend Melody because there are not a lot of women, we're going to keep it 100, there are not a lot of women that's going to be comfortable with their husband being friends with women, okay? And that's just what it is. So she didn't have no choice but to be friends with the wife. Now, I would have appreciated it more if Melody just would have said, girl, listen, this is what it comes down to. I'm sorry, but you're Martell's friend, and I don't trust Martell or nobody who hang around Martell. So unfortunately, our friendship is going to have to come to a stop or a halt for the moment. Because I have to get some things together. I think that would have been better, but now you all, what did she say? Oh, girl, I'm glad I wrote this down. Village. Anyone talking to my ops ain't being a village. Girl, just last year you said you didn't want no village. Melody, girl, you full of shit. Now all of a sudden, Martell can literally lie in his sleep. Can lie with his mouth closed. Now all of a sudden, you don't know. You don't. Now when Destiny tells you, girl, I don't talk to no Martell every day, is well, I don't know that. As much as this man done lied to you, now all of a sudden, you don't know if he's telling the truth or not. Melody full of shit, I'm sorry. Sorry. I can take up for Melody and feel sorry for Melody when it comes down to that girl, that side chick in Martell. I'm all on Melody's side. But on this shit, I think she's completely out of order. I think she's wrong. She is. Why are you talking to someone who dogged me out? The nigga been dogging you out, Melody. I don't know why now all of a sudden, girl, is you still free. Like, girl, and the truth of the matter is, Destiny had your back more than she had Martell's back last year. Every time I looked up Melody, even though Destiny was right in defending this, she wasn't just defending Melody just to defend Melody. When I remember her defending Melody, it was always like, oh, she actually makes sense in why she defended Melody. Like she didn't just sit there and just be like, well, I'm Martell friend, I'm not gonna say nothing. She was defending Melody. So I don't know what else Destiny needs to do to try and prove to her that she is her friend. And that quiet as is kept, she probably would have ended up picking you over Martell anyways. Melody wants somebody to read her mind. Girl, that's not what this is. You told me he pulled up at your house. Melody trying to make it seem as though Martell and Destiny fucking or have some type of inappropriate relationship going on. That's all I got from it. You ain't gonna lie, I did Google when Destiny said, Lord have mercy, and then Melody said, he's having mercy. Anyway, I don't think that, again, I think I said this earlier. I can't remember, girl. This review is getting way too long. I don't think that Destiny was talking about Melody in Tisha's room or in her room when Tisha came by. I don't. I think that they were talking about the reunion. And Melody was a part of the reunion. But I don't think that it was just some, how Melody's trying to put it. Melody, even when Stormy asked her, well, what she say, just a whole bunch of negative stuff. What did she say? What did she say? What did she say? Anyways, I think that's all I got. So now she basically, girl, I think Melody full of shit. Sorry. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I think Melody is full of shit. I do. Anyways, I'll talk to y'all girls later. Bye. Thank you for watching.